Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Cawfeetawk. If you're new here, my name is Jamie Premack Sullivan. Although I'm assuming most of you are not new if you're watching. But I wanted to talk to you about a post that I made yesterday on Threads, and it kind of took on a life of its own. And it was kind of surreal for me because I guess I take for granted, like I just assume so many people know, like I've been doing Cawfeetawk for so long that I always feel like people know me, they know my husband, they know my kids, and maybe that's, obviously on a new platform like Threads where people are just getting to know me. I was humbled the other day because I shared that I was married to an emotional avoidant, and the fact that I continue to try to get him to like respond to understanding my feelings makes me insane. And what do I mean by that? Emotional avoidance is an avoidant attachment style. So basically, I was raised by like a loud, wild, emotionally deregulated, big Italian woman from New York, which couldn't be further from my husband, who was raised by an extremely like militant, very sort of Southern proper, oldest child of 9 matriarch who, was very focused on like sort of the way that things should be. And in fairness to her, she did a great job. She had 5 sons and she did the best, like any mother did the best she could. But what happened was somewhere along the way, my husband, as a child, learned that needing somebody, emotionally or otherwise, was like perceived as weakness. So the way that he approaches emotion is he's an acts of service guy, right? So it's all about like, how can I fix this? I can't meet you where you are emotionally, so what is the solution? Sometimes I just want to be heard. Sometimes I want to hear that like how he feels about a situation. And when I ask him, how do you feel about this? What are your feelings around this? If he can't immediately give me a very like black and white answer, that's when his avoidant like turns on, right? As a protection mechanism, right? It's almost like an anti-lock brake. So when you step on the brakes and your seatbelt tightens, that's what happens to him. So when I say, I need to know how you feel, if he doesn't have something in his arsenal like that he can throw at me that is a suitable black and white, well, it's this, so it should be this. And I say, I know what it should be, but how do you feel? Boom, his seatbelt comes on. And he immediately feels like he has failed me because he can't convey a feeling. He has taught himself that feelings are like, that's not for him. That's not safe for him. So feelings go in a box, and as soon as, hey guys, as soon as he is pushed on a feeling, he shuts down and he gets very quiet because he is insecure about what that looks like. He's been avoiding feelings for so long that when he is forced to feel or discuss feelings or respond to feelings or, address mine, he feels so inadequate that he just shuts down. And the more I push, the more introverted he becomes. Not because he doesn't love me, not because he's autistic, not because he's a narcissist. The things that people will say to you, like without having all the facts, to me, is mind-boggling. Okay? We throw around terms like autistic. I'm like, my husband is not autistic. Okay? He's just an emotional avoidant. He was taught at a young age that emotions are not a safe space. You need to be solution oriented. We're not here to just hear how you feel. Nobody here has time to hear how you're feeling. Well, when you are told or shown over and over as a child that it's not a safe space for feelings, we don't have time for that. You learn feelings are not safe. You must be a doer, and you must do on your own. There's no help on this boat. We're all on a boat. There's no help for you. Meanwhile, I was raised by a woman who couldn't stop fucking feeling. She was feeling everywhere, feelings all over the place. Every room you walked into, she left her feelings there. She yelled, she screamed, she cried, she laughed, she smoked, she drank, she danced. She was like, da 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 da, feelings. So I also grew up with sisters where we were always feeling, and my poor dad, my God, in the house with 4 women constantly feeling. So being married to an emotional avoidant sometimes can feel lonely. Sometimes it feels like you are talking to a wall. That doesn't mean your needs are not being met. That doesn't mean you're with the wrong person. That people are like, I would have left Michael's ass a long time ago. Like, bitch, where the fuck are you going? Oh, you would have left him? Okay, well then you don't deserve him because he's actually wonderful. And he tries really hard. And I understand now at 49, and he's going to be 63, I think. Maybe 64, I don't know. That it is who he is, not because he chose that. He didn't get in line and go make emotions and feelings really unsafe for me. That sounds like a great way to live. It is who he is. So I have learned, I'm still learning, saying it a different way, lecturing him, belittling him, badgering him is not going to get him to feel safe to feel. He doesn't feel safe to feel. So pressuring him and badgering him and trying another way and saying it upside down and trying it in French and saying it with one eye closed, he hears me. He wants to meet me where I am, but he is a doer. What can I do to help these feelings? Because I can't feel these things with you. I don't feel safe enough. It's not a me thing. It's not like I don't make him feel safe enough. I could hold him in my arms and let him nurse from my boob and rock him, and he still would not feel safe enough to feel feelings because he has learned that feelings are associated with shame and inadequacy. I can't undo that. That would take a lifetime of therapy, and I don't have the kind of guy who is gonna do that kind of work. Couples therapy, yes. Individual emotional avoidant therapy, no. So there is a difference between emotional abuse, okay? Michael is not emotionally abusive, and emotional avoidant. Emotional avoidant is all about him. It's just how he handles. It's kind of like any fear you have. Heights, spiders, snakes, the dark. You avoid it because you feel afraid. Same thing with him. Emotions, feelings, perceived vulnerability, very scary for him. Too scary. So I have to show up as a wife who understands who she married. Okay, now that's not to say we don't have other issues, and that's not to say that there aren't days that I want out, because you know that there are days that I want out. But I just wanted to clarify, because I posted on Threads that I was married to an emotional avoidant, and my behavior is a little bit like, doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. It's the definition of insanity, and I have certainly driven myself insane. Because again, I am a lot like my mom. The louder I yell, maybe you'll hear me. Well, that doesn't work with Michael. As soon as I raise my voice, he's out. Mentally, he's Bermuda, Bahama, come on, pretty mama. He's somewhere else. So if you too are married to an emotional avoidant, you need to understand that that is his wiring. He is wired to believe that any emotion, any feeling, anything that feels unsafe to him, that feels like territory that is not safe for him. And it doesn't matter how many, he understands the words. He just can't get in that pool with you. The water is too scary. So if you can give him a solution-based, like, for example, if I feel like he is not backing me up with the kids, if I approach him with, I feel like you never back me up. Right away, he's like, I have failed. Failure, cannot meet her where she is. This is too much. This is emotion. This is, feeling, and that is scary for me, and I don't know how to feel that with her. But if I say, here's how you handled that, and here's how I would like you to try it next time, he can meet me where I am, because he understands direction. His love language is acts of service. Okay, so the next time Charlie rolls her, the next time Charlie stomps out of the kitchen, you want me to say to her, come back. We don't stomp in this house. If you're done with the conversation, you can say, I would like to be excused. I'm going to leave this conversation now because I'm getting stressed out, and walk away. We're not stomping away from your mother. Then he's like, okay, I get it. I know what you need from me. Please don't put your feelings on me, but I can handle your needs. And as soon as I started to understand through my own therapy that that is not him abandoning me in my time of need, I am not emotionally alone. I got girlfriends for that shit, okay? Truthfully. I have a therapist, I have girlfriends, I have Cawfeetawk, I have a mother, But now I get it. Now I get it. It isn't about me or lack of love or anything like that at all. So hopefully this can help someone else. I'm just learning this YouTube thing. I'm going to try to post more videos here because Facebook, honestly, Meta is a weird company. It's a tricky thing. I mean, I like Facebook, don't get me wrong. But I just need to have other avenues to build a Cawfeetawk community because Facebook is just weird. All right. Anyway, I love you guys so much. And I hope that you have a great, great day.